cunt.
There's someone else.
You rang my doorbell.
The truck driver. I'm not feeling very well. I tried to sleep through the midnight hour, and I slept for 8 hours. When I woke up, it was looking at me. That thing was looking at me. Time was still frozen. But I can't escape it. I'm doomed. It knows what I did with Dr. Dekker. It's been taunting me. It wanted me to follow it, so I did. It brought me here, Doctor. Here. It thinks I killed Dr. Dekker. I'm sure of it. I took his body. It was me. I took it from the coffin because I didn't want him put in the ground. I don't know what I was going to do with him. I just didn't think burial would be enough. Maybe I would cremate him. But the body disappeared. If only he'd been cremated like you will be. I have a private tool shed at the graveyard. I moved his body in there before the burial. But when I came back, he'd gone. It was locked and he'd gone. How did that happen, Doctor? How did Dekker do that? If someone else moved Dekker, they'd had to have picked the lock, moved the body, and then locked up again. Why go to the trouble of locking up again? It's not out of the question to think that Dr. Dekker teleported himself out of the tool shed. If I can do it, he probably can. That's the kind of thing I've been thinking. But the thing that's been following me, it can teleport too. I think the thing might be Dekker. Is the thing Dekker? And so it is. The thing is Dekker, and the thing wants to kill me. Please, tell Jessica I love her. I waved back at Jessica yesterday, and she smiled. It was bigger than normal. I think we may have made a connection, Doctor. The photos I have of her, I think I'm going to destroy them. They're my problem, not hers. I teleported back into the art gallery after our session, in the midnight hour. I replaced the painting, so I haven't stolen anything for a long time now. Perhaps a cheeky borrow best describes it. I didn't steal Dekker's pad. I didn't have to. If I wanted to use it, I could just teleport in here and steal a sheet. Why take the whole pad? Why be that obvious?
I think you know who killed Dr. Dekker, so you're going to have a good day. Can we talk a bit about hypnotism, though? I've heard you can plant key words in people when they're hypnotized. How would I know if I had any? I think that the hypnotism didn't take, but maybe Dr. Dekker did hypnotize me, and it did work, and he told me to think that it didn't. I think I found one of the key words. I can't say what it is. I don't want to trigger it. I was on the phone to my dad last night, and he said something, and boom, I fell asleep. Normally I wish that kind of thing would happen, but it just happened. I phoned him back. I thought it was seconds, but it was an hour later. I asked him what he'd said. He'd watched some NASA program. He was reading off planets. It was one of them. Pluto's not a planet, is it? And why are you even trying? So he did plant me with something. I have absolutely no idea. Did you find out what the key word is? What is it? No. Don't say it. Write it down for me. And thank you. You know, there's something I've not been telling you. It's about time travel. I read a book about time travel. I thought what was happening to me was a type of time travel. I couldn't control it, but at the end of each day, I would travel back in time to the beginning and live it over again. I'm like Doctor Who, but I don't have a TARDIS, and I can't choose what time I go to. Except once. Things have been interesting, thanks to Mariana. We went on a date. Well, sort of. She texted me this bar she was going to, and I just turned up. She can dance. I was transfixed most of the night. Next thing I know, I'm lying in my bed, at home. The room's spinning. The day moved forward. In fact, every night I go and watch Mariana dance, the day moves forward. Do you think Mariana likes me? Thanks, Doctor. That's what I'm hoping. His prescription pad's missing. The one with all the death threats on it. Do you think the murderer took it to cover their tracks? I suppose it could be a coincidence, but I'm guessing whoever murdered Dr. Dekker stole his prescription pad. This might feel like the darkest timeline, but it's not my darkest timeline. I didn't kill Dr. Dekker. I'd look at one of your other patients, or maybe even your assistant. The doctor said she was legally still alive. The only thing they could do was starve her. Hannah didn't die in the accident the first time around. It was worse than death. She wouldn't have wanted that. I was looking at a photo from around the time of the accident. I had a lot of alcohol, which I think was probably necessary. I jumped back to the junction. I started pulling out, but the lorry was already on us. I drove into the lorry to make sure. I didn't wake up in hospital because I woke up the next day, present day. Things had changed. Her obituary changed in the press clippings I kept. It said she was killed instantly. Nothing else changed. Her family seemed to hate me more, which is ironic because the first time around, they pulled her off life support. So I saved them the indignity. Now they just think it was my careless driving that caused her death.
No, you've got it all wrong. I'm not a murderer. I'm a good person. I help people. Don't you see? Dr. Dekker was going to ruin everything. If I showed him how to shift, I don't think he would use it to help people. Do you? He'd do bad things. I didn't want to kill him, but I didn't have any choice. I came back here after my date with Max. Confessed to stealing the prescription pad, so he let me in. Dr. Dekker was already drinking. It was easy to mix in a few sleeping tablets when he wasn't looking. Then I just waited. I was going to try to push him out of the window. Make it look like an accident. It would have been better for everybody, but I couldn't move him. So I used the paper spike. It's not a bad thing. I did it so I could keep helping people. You look so ill, Doctor. Here, take my hand. It's going to be okay.
She told me that she's killing people, and now I'm stuck in the same day. Can you imagine? Every day she greets me like we're so in love. But I know what she's done. I know what she's going to say to me later in the evening. It's over. I can't be with her. But part of me likes it repeating. It's normal.
I'm not really sure what you'd call it. Mutually assured delusions? I think Dr. Dekker was projecting his weird fantasies on me, and it was just going to be easier to go along with it. To participate. I feel much better now I know I didn't hurt anyone. I didn't hurt anyone. Did I?
There's no need to go over old ground. I understand. David died when I stabbed him, and everything else since, everything else that's happened, that was all me. David, Anushka's father, Iris. What's next for me, Doctor? How do we cure what I have? By all accounts, and thanks to a very unfriendly jury, it seems like we're going to have quite a lot of time to figure that out.
No!
Ah, you must be the new doctor. And punctual, I see. I like that in a doctor. I think you're going to fit in just great around here. Oh, I forgot. I have a book for you. It's my must-read of all time, and by must-read, I mean you must read it.
Stop worrying, Mr. Ashby. Yes, it sounds almost certain that you murdered your business partner, but I can get you a temporary insanity plea. I'm a lawyer, not an agony aunt. Now, as I was saying to you before, you need to choose your particular strangeness before I can refer you. Once you have chosen it, don't waver. They have to believe what you're saying is true for it to work.